I've just spent all this time building this amazing toilet cabin on the land and bees just pooing in the bushes.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of the Alternative Living Podcast with us, the Indie Project. I'm Bea.
And I'm Theo, and today we have an absolutely cracker of a podcast. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
It is going to be a lot of fun. We've been reading some of the stuff we're going to discuss before the podcast starts and it's been making us laugh already. So it's going to be really hard to not break out into fits of laughter whilst we do it. And you're probably wondering what the hell is it that you're going to be talking about that's making you laugh so much? You've done kind of semi-serious in the last podcast, so this one's going to be good.
So basically, we reached out and put up on Instagram that we were looking for your assumptions. So your assumptions of us. What do you think that we do, or what do you think we're like?
Exactly, because we have quite a lot of followers on Instagram now. I think we've got about 54,000 people who follow us over on Instagram, and a lot of these people don't necessarily know who we are, what we do, why we are the Indie Projects, all that sort of stuff. So we thought it'd be a lot of fun to ask people what they thought of us, basically, which can be quite dangerous because the internet's a brutal place.
And I'm predicting there's probably going to be a lot of money ones on there.
Probably.
But we'll see. See.
Before we go any further, I'd like to say a big, massive thank you to our patrons for supporting us. They are our sponsors for today's podcast.
Yes, thank you so much to you guys for making us be able to keep travelling, keep making these videos, and yeah, just your ongoing support means the world to us. Yeah,
Patreon's a brilliant place for us to be able to communicate a lot easier with people who are on Patreon, because we get so many messages every single day on all of our social media platforms. So Patreon's the one place that we check every single morning, and we will be able to discuss stuff with you super easy there. So if you want to check it out, check it out. You don't have to join Patreon, but we really do appreciate your support if you do want to join. So there's always a link in the description to check that out. So I think we should just dive straight in. Let's just not warm up, just go straight in for the assumptions. Do you want to read it out?
Okay, so I've got the first assumption up, and it says, let's see. Since you're both British, I assume that you feed Marmite to Ginjey.
That's animal abuse, surely?
Yes, I'm not sure she would like Marmite. I do not like Marmite at all.
I like
too
it.
strong.
Okay, Ginjey's never had Marmite ever in her entire life. In fact, I don't think we've ever had Marmite in the vicinity near her. It's not something that I ever buy. I will eat it on occasion. But Ginjey's never had Marmite, so I'm really sorry that we've just ruined your assumption of us and the fact that Ginjey is not truly British, because she's never had Marmite, so she can't even say whether she loves it or hates it.
Yes, I don't imagine she'd like it. I mean,
she's got weird taste. She's addicted to cat soup, so
maybe that's a vlog. We could give her some Marmite and see how she reacts.
Oh my gosh, trying different foods with Ginjey, seeing what she likes.
What's it called? A mukbang?
A mukbang with a cat? Would that be the first of its kind in a van as well? That's Ginjey hilarious.
Would be so funny.
I need to see that.
But I'm just not sure she'd eat anything unless it had tuna in it.
That's true. But you don't know. She does sometimes eat
fish and
yogurt.
Chips.
She doesn't eat that.
She'd eat the fish.
No, she doesn't eat the fish.
If it didn't have the batter on it.
No, she won't touch it. She acts like she likes it and she gets all up in your face, and then you actually put some on the floor and she's like, nah.
I'm not sure Ginjey is my cat. How can she not like fish and chips?
I've got something to tell you. You're not the father.
Ginjey's adopted. Anyway, moving on. Okay, so here's another assumption. Both of you can't just sit and chill, DIY here and there, always tools, ideas, hammering. So I guess what they're saying is we're always doing stuff, we're always building stuff, and we're always on the move. Yes,
that is a very correct assumption.
is so correct.
For the use of a better pun, you hit the nail on the head. That was
hammering.
the fakest smile. Theo's disgusted with me.
So, I mean, a lot of people get frustrated with us, I think, because we have so many projects going on at once. Like we have the horse box that we haven't started yet, but it will happen next winter. We have the barn that we've not started yet, but the barn, this is a good time to talk about the barn, actually, because I've actually been doing a lot of research about the barn on our land and how we're going to renovate it. And we've got some incredible ideas for it. And I think actually we're just going to try and get as much as we can done next year.
Yeah.
Like we're going to try and have the barn in a livable state and looking beautiful by the end of next winter. So we're very excited about that.
Yeah, so that's the project. We've got the caravan structure.
Yeah, like awning. So the caravan awning, it's going to have a decking out the front. It's going to have another outdoor shower out the back of it. There's so much to do.
But for now, that's a last minute project that we need to basically make sure the caravan has shelter for the summer, because the sun can be so intense it can actually damage. Someone said something about they made out like the structure of the caravan can actually be physically affected if it's left in the actual direct sun.
Yeah, apparently if a caravan is left in extreme heat for long periods of time, basically the seals, not like actual seals.
The seals come from the sea and they live on it.
And they basically just trash your caravan. No, what it is the seals on the joins on the caravan, they can come apart, and basically that's not something we want to happen. So before we leave, it's going to have a whole summer of sun on it. So we're going to make sure that we shelter the caravan over.
Shade.
And also it'd be really nice in the winter to, sit out the decking under a roof and just have a really nice place to chill out. And we did actually move it, the caravan again. So this is like the fourth spot that it's been in.
Yeah, actually.
So we moved it, and we moved it for a good reason. And that is because we wanted the winter sun on the front of the caravan the whole time. So now the front door is facing south, and I think it's in a much better position.
Shout out to our friend for that.
Yeah,
that recommendation.
Big up Carl. He came around and he was like, have you thought about this? And he was like, I didn't really want to say anything because I didn't want to offend you, but he's like knows more about permaculture and like stuff like that. So he made a good point. We spun the caravan round, and now we have an excellent view.
It's way better.
It's just way better. So big up, Carl.
Right, next assumption. Let's get to it.
Theo has gnarly toenails.
Huh. You know what?
I don't agree with that.
Okay,
my toenails are beautiful.
No, wait. Today was the first day in our entire relationship of being together for, 13 and a half years, right? This morning, you were kind of half still asleep. I moved my foot, didn't realise that Theo's claws are right there, and it felt like my skin got ripped off by your gnarly toenail, and I swear I was lying there and I'm thinking there's going to be blood. This is so painful.
It's not
you need
a gnarly
to trim
toenail.
your toenail. Yes, they are.
They're
I
not
agree with
gnarly,
whoever
like,
made that assumption. It's not even an assumption, it's the truth.
Gnarly toenail is like curved and warped.
Mate, yours are.
My toenail is perfect. Am
Okay,
I going to have
Theo
to insert a picture of my toenail?
Did you just say your toenails are perfect? Because that is a complete...
I didn't say they were perfect.
I swear, rewind. He said perfect. I have perfect toes. They're beautiful. Yours...
No, my toes are just
everyone.
massive. My toes are massive. I admit my toes are massive.
Your toenails are gnarly. Just admit it.
My toenails are not gnarly.
Okay,
they're
everyone.
Nice. I did have my
Trigger warning.
my
We're going to show his toenail.
So we're not. After we did the West Highland Way,
gosh.
My boots affected my toe so bad that it bruised the hole underneath of my toenail, and my toenail fell off, and I had to get my toenail. Well, it didn't all fall off, did it? I don't know what happened to it. But
did. We've got the toenail.
Oh, yes.
I want to do a giveaway with it.
Yeah, so if you want to win the toenail, we can... You don't have to do anything. Just comment below and just ask for it.
Send us a self-addressed envelope.
Okay.
So, no, wait, hang on. That assumption hasn't been fully finished. You haven't said yay or nay. Can you just admit that you've got gnarly toenails?
No, I do not accept that at all.
You do.
Okay, next assumption, moving on. Whilst it looks amazing to everyone following your story, there is always a lot of work to do.
Yeah, that's true. And especially when you're
I think we
a mega
mentioned this.
procrastinator like me and you live with someone like Theo who doesn't know what the word rest is. Yeah, definitely.
We talked about this a little bit on
the last podcast.
That might actually come out after this.
Who knows?
So we're not sure on the schedule at the moment, but it is a lot of work. Being a YouTuber is the hardest job that I've ever had.
Also the best job I've ever
worked,
had.
Like, so my job before this, like I ran a video production company. We'd work 12-hour days every day, basically. It's a lot of work. You're on location, you're here, you're there, you're everywhere. You're constantly on the road, you're travelling, you're eating rubbish food. And it does run you down. But this is harder.
The biggest difference is because there's an end to that. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. So I've had a lot of crap jobs that I've just like gone to work and I'm like, you know what? Today's the day I'm going to walk out. I'm just going to sack it off. I hate it. I absolutely hate this job, but I'll power on through. And the thing with all of those jobs that I've had that I've hated, it's been, well, at the end of the day when I leave, that's it. It's done. This job that I absolutely love, this job is my life. And my life doesn't ever switch off. So it's a 24/7 thing and I wouldn't change it for the world because honestly, years ago, I never would have seen myself doing this. And I'm so happy that I am able to do this. It's amazing, but there is a lot of work.
Just because it's hard work doesn't mean it's not fun.
Oh, no, exactly. Just because something's a hard job, it doesn't mean it's not going to be fun. You're not going to enjoy the process of it.
I'd much prefer like a complicated, like hard job than something mundane and really easy that you just kind of lose the will to live kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, thinking about it, every single day we wake up, go straight on our phone, check our emails, check our socials, see what we've got to do today. And then the rest of the day is going to be totally different. Depends on the weather, depends what we've got planned, depends where we are in the world. But more often than not, there's going to be filming involved or editing or photography. There's going to be more emails, Skype calls, writing, editing. There's just so much. And then the evening, more work on social media, more discussing with people, answering questions, monitoring our Facebook group, the alternative living group, which is huge, and just all things like that, 24/7, never switching off. But I love it.
But we actually did an Instagram live. So if you're not following us on Instagram, where we asked you guys to send us your assumptions of us, go and follow us on there because we do lots of real-time updates. We do lots of stories on there and live streams and stuff like that. And we did a live stream last night and there was so many people on there who were like, thank you so much. Like, the reason I'm traveling is because of you guys. You inspired us to do that. And again, it always comes back to that. That is why we do it, because that is so rewarding to hear that we've had an impact on someone's life and maybe they've changed their outlook on life to go traveling and to live in a different way. That's amazing.
Yeah. Thank you for letting us know as well. I always really appreciate that. And also another really lovely thing about going on social media is when people share things like them listening to the podcast, or they've put one of our stickers on their laptop, or they're watching one of our videos or something like that. It's really cool. So if you do enjoy what we do feel free to tag us in your Instagram stories and stuff. It really does make our day. So what's the next one?
This one's a funny one, kind of. It says, when I heard your podcast, I assumed you'd be really cool cats. Then I watched your videos.
Then I watched your videos. Is that the end?
That's it.
Okay, so what I'm going to presume...
I think what they're saying is
we solidified
heard our
their
podcast,
opinion. They realise we are very cool cats when they watch the video. Because it kind of just ended. I think from the look of your face, you think they mean that they don't think we're cool cats?
No, judging from the laughing, crying emoji at the end, I think they're taking the mickey out of us.
Okay, I'm not a cool cat for starters. I'm a complete and a geek.
Yeah, like...
I don't care.
Geeks are the best, I think. Anyway, moving on. from the slightly jokey, slightly negative one.
Slightly hurt. No, I'm joking.
So this one is, it says that you spend the majority of your time finding new ways to either wash or go to the toilet.
What? Read that again. Sorry.
That you spend the majority of your time finding new ways to either wash or go to the toilet.
I apologise, but your assumption is massively wrong.
Wrong.
I would do not spend the most of my time doing that. I go to the toilet in a bush and I wash with my shower or a wet wipe.
You what? So we have like a state-of-the-art toilet cabin on the land and you're going in the bush. What bushes are you?
For a wee.
Okay.
We try not to wee in the compost toilet purely because it fills it up faster.
I was a little concerned then. I was like, I've just spent all this time building this amazing toilet cabin on the land and Bee's just pooing in the bushes.
No.
But yeah, we don't wee in our compost toilet because it fills up faster, and it's best if you can not to mix the feces with the urine because it smells less and it's easier to break down. So that is the reason for that. In terms of showering, who were we talking to recently? But I think it was on the live stream.
It was on the live stream yesterday. I confessed. Not really a confession.
We've not had a shower in a while because we've been going to the lake. It's been such beautiful weather that we've just been going to the local lake and going for a swim in the lake, and it is definitely fresh.
Oh yeah, but also I don't wash my hair that often. I wash it every 2 weeks, roughly. I hate washing my hair.
I think that's good. Like, I think
it doesn't get greasy, really.
Yeah, my hair literally doesn't get greasy
you don't
because
have hair.
I have a hat
short.
on.
You have such
So you
short
can't see
hair.
it.
Does short hair get greasy?
Yeah, it does.
Your hair's like a centimetre long.
My hair just doesn't get greasy, I think, because I think when you live in a house and you're from that world where you shower every single day, and some people have to for work and stuff like that, I completely understand that. But you can literally rub all the natural greases away.
Oils,
sorry.
mate, not greases. I don't want to teach you how to suck eggs or whatever that phrase is, but the more you wash your hair, the greasier it gets faster, and also the shampoo you use really does affect it.
Yeah, it's so nice to just go to the lake and just dive in the lake.
Oh, also, I'd just like to say, because someone got a bit upset in one of our videos when we were talking about we wash in the sea. Oh, I hope you're not using shampoo. Obviously, no, we're not idiots.
We don't go in the lake and just be like,
wash my body in bleach in the lake and kill everything. Like, that's so stupid.
Not at all. All like completely eco products.
Just
and
water.
We don't
use anything.
You don't even need
when we
products.
go for a swim in the lake or in the sea, we don't actually wash ourselves with anything other than the water. Okay.
And we don't think we smell. But I imagine
we probably stink.
Maybe because we're around each other and we're used to it. Maybe we do smell.
Maybe that's why Ginjey's not here today.
I don't know.
She's had enough.
Yeah, Ginjey's not around actually. She must just be like, they pong. And she's constantly cleaning herself every day. We were saying this the other day. It's weird. Like, she cleans herself obviously by licking herself. And
she smells lovely.
Smells so nice.
She doesn't smell like cat spit.
It's weird.
Because her breath isn't, like, wonderful.
Okay, here's one. If we met, we would be friends. That's probably true because we have made a lot of friends through YouTube and social media and stuff. And people we've met up with subscribers and stuff like that who are now good friends of ours. So I think, it's good to have an open mind and meet up with new people, and we've made loads of good friendships. Yeah,
definitely. I'd like to say, I think out of all the people we've met through online, Sean and Lizzie and Seb and Rose are probably the biggest ones who we've just like got on with really well. And they've managed to tolerate us for quite a while now.
Tolerate us.
They've spent time with us in real life and online, and they like us. So that's obviously, we're doing something right there.
I think that's the key as well, isn't it? It's like trying to be how you are in real life online. It's this for us. It's like the same. Like there's no like we're kind of like the same.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe swear.
That's all I was going to say. The only difference is it can be a little bit sweary at times, but that's it.
But yeah, that's just us being honest. Like we don't feel like swearing on the vlogs or swearing on the podcast would really add anything to them.
No.
Like, it's not hard for me not to swear.
No.
So, yeah, just be yourself. And when you do meet people, I guess they already kind of know you. And we have a lot of people who come up to us in the street and see us out and about, and they come up to us and they say, "Oh, I feel like I already know you." And it's great because
it makes it really easy to talk to people.
They do already know you.
Yeah.
And it's almost like they've just hopped into a video and can just have a discussion with you, which is cool.
There's no awkwardness like, so what do you do? It's like, I actually know everything about you already, so we can talk about us and we can talk about you.
Yes.
Obviously, I don't know everything about the person who's come up to me, but they know everything about me. So it's easy to talk.
So this one's not an assumption, but it says, stop saying our land. We know it is. But other than that, keep it up. You guys got me into van life. Much love.
That's lovely.
Yes. So the your land thing and our land and the land. We still don't have a name for it. Like, we just don't know what to call it. So
what else do we refer to it as?
Guys, if you have any suggestions of what we could call the land that would keep you guys happy, because we get so many comments about this.
We know it's the land. Well, yes, but when you're saying a sentence like, oh, we've come back to the land, it's like that's just what we would say, like we've come back to the place. I don't know how to say it. That sounds so dim, but I don't know how else to say it.
It's hard, isn't it? And a lot of our friends who live out here have got beautiful names for their land, and we just call it the land. But maybe that's quite cool. I don't know.
I don't know. No name has come to me yet.
The no-name land.
That's not good.
Right, moving on to the comments that I knew we'd get a lot of. So we've got different ones from that you're millionaires to you are rich, you've got a lot of money and stuff like that. So let's address that now.
Okay, so I'm going to presume...
Are we rich, B?
Well, firstly, I'd say the rich one, I'm going to be super corny here and say I am rich in experiences.
Experiences and time. Time rich.
Oh, you time rich?
Well, yeah, because everything we do is our life and we get to choose what we do.
We haven't got only 2 weeks a year where we can go and do what we want. That's
exactly.
true, yeah.
We don't have to book a holiday and say,
that is true.
Okay, we're gonna fly here on this day and we're gonna get there and suddenly we've got 10 days and it's a ticking time bomb and then you're back in the office. So I think in terms of richness, that's...
Time rich is true. I've never even thought of it like that. That is totally true. And experience-wise, I'm very rich in that because I can't believe how much I've experienced in 30 years of life.
Yes. And in terms of actual cash money, no, we are not millionaires. We are not even slightly rich. We don't actually earn a lot of money. But we make it work because we live in an alternative way. So it's a lot easier to live this lifestyle because it's a lot cheaper as well. Mm-hmm. So basically, the normal person who's already got like, I don't know, £1,000 of rent to pay every month. Like, we don't have that. We don't have council tax. We don't have different bills coming in for electricity because we have solar.
The only bill we have is our phones.
So yeah, our only real bill every month that comes in is our phones, and we're not tied into a contract for that.
Although I have actually just tied myself into a contract with 3. They had a good deal for unlimited data.
Okay.
It was really cheap.
So B's in a contract.
Oh no.
How long is that contract?
12 months.
12 months, okay.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to... This will turn into an advert for 3, so I'm not going to go into it, but it was an offer I couldn't refuse.
Okay, so apart from that, we don't have any
it's a SIM only.
Any time, any ties or anything like that. So it might look to you guys that we're incredibly wealthy because we can just go and do this stuff or go and travel here, or we're on our land and we're going to renovate this and we're going to do this. But actually, the only reason we can do that is because we live incredibly humbly. We don't, splurge on any, things. Like, we don't have designer stuff. We don't... we don't buy clothes, we don't go out for dinner, we don't go to the pub, we don't even drink alcohol, we don't smoke. So if you cut out a lot of them things, then you, even on our small income that we have, we make it work and we can delegate the money to doing other projects. And I think I'd say probably 95% of the money that we do make goes
straight back
into the projects that we're involved in, and the things that we're building, and we're just trying to create an amazing place and a future for ourselves, really.
Exactly.
And I guess that's what everyone's striving towards.
Yeah.
So I hope that's cleared that up once and for all, because it does get quite frustrating sometimes when people think you're a millionaire and think you're so wealthy when that isn't the case.
Yeah, I mean, things like that, we've had that for a while. I think because people just can't wrap their head around the fact that we actually do live this is our life. So we literally do live. None of it's fake. It's all totally real. Like, we're very open about it all. And actually, I was going to say, would you guys be interested in us doing would it be maybe a podcast or a video about how we actually do make money?
How we make money and how it's possible, because a lot of people still don't understand the concept of how you can make money by making YouTube videos. And the key is having more than one stream of revenue, because nothing's safe online. Things are always changing, algorithms are changing, things are adapting. So you basically just have to adapt and go with it and try and kind of almost predict what's going to happen, so you can be right up there and making it work for your own lifestyle.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, it does get frustrating when people are having a go at us about like Patreon and stuff. Oh, you don't need Patreon because
you're e-beggars. Oh,
yeah, you're e-beggars. I hate that word.
I hate people putting down on Patreon. That gets very boring very fast. You clearly don't understand, or you haven't bothered to try.
If you're having a go at Patreon, you don't understand what it's about, and you don't understand that we need Patreon to actually put fuel in our tank. Like, that is a big part of our income, and that allows us to actually make these videos. And I know a lot of people want the videos for free, and they are free.
They will always be free.
Will be free, but
they always have been, and they always will be.
Without an income, we can't afford to actually make these videos. There's always a cost, and we put the most effort we can into these videos. So yeah, I hope that clears things up, and it makes people understand how important Patreon and kind of making money is. It's important. So if you do see us doing a sponsored post or something like that, then
that's allowed us to be able to make more content.
It's allowed us to make that video.
I'd like to just touch on the Patreon thing again. A lot of people don't necessarily understand what it is or why you would do it. So as we said, our videos will always be free. We always will be putting content out because that's what we absolutely love to do. But Patreon is a place where a lot of people want to give you something back for enjoying the content you provide, and that can be because of our free ebook that we have, that can be because of our blog posts, because of our videos, because of our podcast. There's a lot of content that we put out that we really enjoy creating, and we don't ask for anything for it. We do not charge for it. And Patreon, we would get people who would want to send us money through PayPal, and we thought, I don't want to just take your money. I know you've already enjoyed the stuff I've created, but I'd still like you to get something more, which is why with Patreon, you get to see our videos early, or you get to enjoy exclusive live streams. You get to see things that we will only ever post on Patreon. You get a discount on our shop. You can get all these different things. So that's why we do it, because it's not just, oh, give me your money. It's, I want to give something back to you because you still want to give me something. I can't just take that because that just feels wrong to me. So if you're going to get angry about Patreon, I think you really need to think about what it is first before you do that.
So as I said before, I hope you enjoyed this video, and it was a great thing to do because it allows us to myth bust the assumptions that people might have about, the money that we make or the things that we do.
Or what we feed our cat.
But I think, we should definitely try Ginjey out on a Marmite diet.
I think a Marmite mukbang with Ginjey Fair will be really great.
But yeah, thanks for joining, guys. We'll see you soon.
Yeah, thanks for watching.
On the next video, coming out weekly, and stay tuned because as soon we are hitting the road and heading to Scandinavia. So we've got a whole epic travel series coming to YouTube very soon.